Is it sometimes hard for you to think clearly, to see what needs to be done, to have that confidence that you are seeing things as they are and taking the right decisions in your life? If so, your mind may be foggy. And today I'm going to share 5 different ways to develop greater mental clarity. Hi there, meditator. Welcome to episode 81 of Master Your Mind Daily, your daily source of inspiration for all things meditation, anxiety, and personal growth. My name is Giovanni Dienstmann. I'm the author of Practical Meditation and the creator of liveinThere.com, one of the top 5 most visited meditation blogs on the web. And today we're talking about mental clarity. So what is the enemy of mental clarity? It's all of those repetitive thoughts, all of those thought loops that keep happening and that they are not closed and they crowd your mind. So if you would imagine a glass of water with some sand, and if you keep moving the glass, then the whole water becomes turvy and it's hard to see through. But if you leave it be for a while, if you let it be quiet for a while, then you can see through and the water is clear. It's the same thing with our mind. If we are always moving our mind, if we're always agitating our mind with so many different thoughts, things to do, things to worry about, etc., then we will not have mental clarity. And when we don't have mental clarity, we cannot think clearly. And if you cannot think clearly, it's hard to make good decisions. And when we don't make good decisions, then we experience regret, loss of opportunities, and other types of losses. When our mind is unclear, we are also more prone to stress and irritation. So it's very important that we keep our mind calm and clear. I like to say calm, centered, and focused. These 3 words define in great part the mind of meditation. And it's important to understand that your mind is the most important instrument in your life. Not only for work and studies, but for everything. Your mind filters what you see and what you don't see. Your mind determines how you feel every day. If your mind is happy, it's a good day. If your mind is unhappy, it's not a good day, no matter what's happening in your life. Okay, so keeping the mind calm and clear is important for living well, for experiencing peace of mind, wellness, and also for achieving our goals, whatever they may be. Is this making sense? On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself as to clarity of mind? Please write it in the comments. And so I'm going to share today 5 different tips to cultivate mental clarity, now that we have covered how important it is. The first one is to meditate daily. A daily meditation practice will allow you to develop the skill of recognizing thoughts and letting them pass without needing to engage with them. It will slow down the flow of thoughts in your mind. And when you're able to do that, then you're giving time for the muddy waters of the mind to settle so you can see through. It's a very important skill. The second thing you can do to increase your mental clarity is to go through an exercise called a brain dump. Basically, you spend, let's say, half an hour or 1 hour or 20 minutes writing down on a piece of paper everything that is going on in your mind. All the to-do lists, all the things that you need to think about, the things that you need to figure out or sort through or understand. Just write all of that on paper without editing. Just flow of consciousness. And as you're doing that, you will find that you get greater mental clarity. Because when the thoughts are in your head, hundreds of them, it's very hard to see them for what they are. But when you commit them to paper, then somehow they feel more concrete and you can see them, and now there's more clarity. And if there are a lot of to-dos in your mind, people to call, things to do, work to catch up with, then put all of that on paper and then sort it through from there. Either put it on your calendar or in your to-do list, or if it takes up to 2 minutes, just do it now. But don't keep it in your mind. So as you go through these brain dump exercises, you will increase your mental clarity. So meditation, brain dump. The third one is make sure that you get enough sleep every night. Sleep is like a reset button for the brain. Yeah, everything feels better and easier and clearer after a night of sleep. And so if you're not having enough sleep, your mind will naturally be more kind of sluggish and tired and less clear. So that's a very practical and easy one to get. The fourth one is have less inputs. That is to go with the philosophy of minimalism and the idea of simplifying your life. Everything that you receive in your mind needs to be processed. And when you're receiving too many things, in the form of ideas, in the form of words, in the form of text, social media, and news, and movies, and music, and people, places, activities, it's too much. The mind cannot process that fast. It starts processing things in a very superficial way, in a very incomplete way, and your mind gets heavy and turvy, and you can't see clearly. So one way to have more mental clarity is to have less things to juggle with, to simplify your life. Less information, less activities, less entertainment, more being, more walking in the path that is meaningful for you. And there will be more mental clarity. And you will also be spending less energy, which means that you'll be able to get more rest with less sleep as well. And the fifth way to get mental clarity, this one involves other people. It is to get perspective. Sometimes we can't think clearly on a topic because we all have blind spots. We all have our biases. And it's very difficult to see through them by ourselves. But when you bring an external perspective, it could be a coach, it could be a friend, it could be a book that you read and ask you the right questions. Whatever it is, you bring an outside perspective that allows you to question your assumptions, to see through your blind spots even a little bit, and then to gain clarity over what you need to do and how to understand your situation. So in summary, we often experience moments of lack of mental clarity. And when the mind is not calm and clear, it's hard to think properly. And then that leads to bad decisions, which leads to regret. We also become more stressful and irritable. So how can we improve our mental clarity? 5 tips I covered in the full video. First one is meditate every day. That allows you to let go of thoughts and to see things for what they are, to slow down the mind. Second is do a brain dump so that everything that is going on in your mind is committed to paper and things get more clear. Third is make sure you get enough sleep every night. That is like a hard reset for the brain. Fourth is have less input, less information, less activity, less things to do. So it's easier for you to process everything. And finally, get external perspective that allows you to see through your biases and question your assumptions. This can be in the form of a friend, of a coach, or of a good book. I hope you have found this helpful, that this adds value to your life and makes a difference for you today. And if you have, and if you know of other people in your life who need to hear this message, then please share this video with them or tag them in the comments. And if you want my one-on-one support to help you get more clarity in your life, to know what is the next steps for you, and to just have that clarity of vision and be walking towards your goals, then consider hiring me for one-on-one coaching. I'm going to include the link in the description. And finally, this is video 81 of a series of 100 daily videos that I'm doing. If you want to make sure you don't miss the future ones, then like and follow the Facebook page of Live in There. Or if you're watching it on YouTube, subscribe and turn on the bell. Thank you for watching. Happy growing.